Okay, so what we're going to do now is a unit of measurement conversion that requires more than one conversion ratio. And the problem we're going to solve is to change 50 milliliters into some number of cups. Now, on your conversion equation sheet, you do not have an equation which gets you directly from milliliters to cups. However, you do have two equations which will allow you to get from milliliters to a second unit of measurement, and then, in this case, fluid ounces, and then change those fluid ounces into cups. Because we do have the following information from our equation sheet. Namely, we know that 1 fluid ounce is equivalent to 30 milliliters. So that equation can be used in a ratio form to go from milliliters to fluid ounces. And we know that 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces. So what we're going to do is we're going to take milliliters, since that's what we're starting with. We're going to change that into fluid ounces. And then we're going to change fluid ounces into cups. So milliliters is what we have. Cups is what we want. And in this case, we're just going to have to go through a middle unit of measurement, in this case, fluid ounces. So you can really see the whole dimensional analysis or cancel out technique at work, because we're going to go from milliliters to fluid ounces by canceling milliliters, and then fluid ounces to cups by canceling fluid ounces, all in one big step. So let's take a look at this. So the first thing I want to do is take my 50 milliliters and use the conversion equation in ratio form so that milliliters will cancel and I'll be left in fluid ounces. And based on the top equation I have up here, I know that 1 fluid ounce is equivalent to 30 milliliters. So if I were to stop at this point, the milliliters would cancel, and I would be left in fluid ounces. But fluid ounces is not the unit of measurement for my answer. The unit of measurement for my answer is cups. So I'm going to employ another conversion ratio, which will allow me to cancel fluid ounces. So I've got a fluid ounces in the denominator to cancel with my fluid ounces in the numerator, and to end up in cups. And based on the second conversion equation, I know that 1 cup has 8 fluid ounces. So there go my fluid ounces, and I'm left just with cups. Now everything else is just multiplication and division. So if we multiply all the numbers in our numerator, we have the 50, the 1, and the 1, which is just 50. But I'll write out 50 times 1 times 1. And in our denominator, we have the 30 and the 8. So we'll put 30 times 8. And all of that is cups. So when you do the math here, you have 50 over, sorry about that. You have 50, one more time, you have 50 over 240 cups. And when you take 50 and divide it by 240, you end up with 0.208 and a bunch of repeating 3's cups, which is the same as 0.21 cups. So for our final answer, we have 50 milliliters is equal to 0.21 cups. Get used to this form of working with unit of measurement conversions, because a lot of the conversion equations you're going to see, or conversion problems you're going to see in the upcoming modules, involve multiple steps, where you're going to cancel from one unit to the next, cancel from one unit to the next, cancel from one unit to the next, until you get your final answer.